Hello and welcome to Forestedge Kart Club on the 7th of August 2022. It's round 2 of the two Counties Kart Club Championship, and the juniors are heading out on track for their final. 11 minutes plus a lap in store, and it's absolutely scorching temperatures, so how will the juniors handle it? In the championship standings coming into this round, it's Sam Mitchell leading the way, tied on points with Reese Reed at the top. Ben Gillett in third ahead of Mitch Carpenter, with Jamie Bradfield fifth ahead of Rudy Winslow Morton and Jamie Dart. Of course, only one round in the book so far, so it's all to play for still for the remainder of the championship. Heat 1 today was won by Sam Mitchell ahead of Reese Reed, with Jamie Bradfield third ahead of Rudy Winslow Morton and Mitch Carpenter. Tight at the top, only 700ths between Mitchell and Reed. You can see they're starting side by side on the front row. Heat 2 was also won by Sam Mitchell from Reese Reed, this time coming from the back of the grid, ahead of Jamie Bradfield, with Rudy Winslow Morton in 4th and Mitch Carpenter making up the 5th place. And in Heat 3, Reese Reed would take the win ahead of Sam Mitchell, Jamie Bradfield once again in 3rd ahead of Rudy Winslow Morton and Mitch Carpenter. And those 3 heats in the books will set the grid for today's final. Sam Mitchell lining up on pole position ahead of Reese Reed. Jamie Bradfield in 3rd in the number 66 in his new Mad Croc that he's bought from Paul Alexander up in the seniors. See how that fares for him. Rudy Winslow Morton in 4th, and Mitch Carpenter is going to be rounding out the field this afternoon in his Tony Kart. As through the cut through and keep an eye on the lights, a very fast rolling start. And away we go, and it's an even start, and Reese Reed goes up and over the curb, so Bradfield slots into 2nd, on board with Rudy Winslow Morton round the Haynes Loop for the first time. It's Sam Mitchell leading the way from Jamie Bradfield, Reese Reed, Rudy Winslow Morton and Mitch Carpenter. Oh, and Carpenter's going to run wide through Johnny's, kick up a lot of dust, as down the hill to Winger's Dip they go, up through Anson's, and now on the run up to the bus stop. Sam Mitchell leading the way, Jamie Bradfield right on his bumper, so too Reese Reed as they're going to get the run up the hill towards Midgets. Bradfield looking to the outside, and Reese Reed's going to try and squeeze in up the inside through Midgets. Looks like he's done it, but Bradfield's fighting back on the outside line, carrying the momentum through Climate and down towards Tollies. And the end of lap 1, it's Sam Mitchell leading, Jamie Bradfield retakes 2nd from Reese Reed, and Rudy Winslow Morton right in behind as well in 4th. Mitch Carpenter after his off has been a little bit distant. As round through Johnny's and down the hill go the leaders. Sam Mitchell starting to break away and form a little bit of a gap ahead of Bradfield, who's battling with Reese Reed. He's going to be slowing them both down. Rudy Winslow Morton in behind as well as they go through the bus stop. Looks like Bradfield carrying a lot of speed on the way in and losing momentum on the way out. It's giving Reese Reed a chance to look up through Midgets. And once again pulling right up onto the bumper of the Mad Croc. As round Climate they go and down in towards the final corner at Tollies. Look at that, proper bumper to bumper stuff from Reese Reed. Now can he look on the inside through the Haynes Loop? Bradfield holding on, but he's going to run wide. Reese Reed's on the wrong side though through Johnny's, who's going to have to try and switch back. On board now with Rudy Winslow Morton. Reese Reed looking to get up underneath through Anson's. Nothing happening this time by as they go up towards the bus stop, but Sam Mitchell ever extending that gap. Reese Reed right on the bumper as well now as Bradfield defends up into Midgets. Reed trying to get the run out on exit, and he's going to pull up alongside, but Bradfield going to swipe across, put the block in as they go down through Climate, down the hill towards Tollies. Reese Reed once again looking to get the exit, and he's going to get a nose in front, but he's going to bounce over the curb. They're going to still be side by side as they go into the Haynes Loop. Reed now switching sides behind in the middle of it, and he's going to get his nose in front again. But Bradfield back up the inside through Johnny's. He's going to run wide. They're going to go side by side down the hill towards Winger's Dip. Reese Reed can't get the crossover, so Jamie Bradfield once again holds that position. And once again Sam Mitchell pulls even more of a gap. As there's the battle for 2nd going up towards Midgets. Mad Croc versus OTK. As now we jump back on board once again with Rudy Winslow Morton. Truly in the box seat to watch this fight. Through Tollies they go to start another lap. Reese Reed out on that exit curb. Got to be careful going out there, it's not so grippy. As they go around the Haynes Loop once again. through Johnny's. Reese Reed carrying so much more speed, he's almost going into the back of Bradfield as they go down the hill through Winger's Dip, and Reed getting the switchback underneath as they go up towards the bus stop, side by side, wheel to wheel, and Bradfield's going to hang on once again as they go up the hill towards Midgets. This three-way battle for second. Back on board now with Winslow Morton as he goes round Climate, down the hill. You can see how dry everything is. Oh, that's a problem for Mitch Carpenter. Looks like he's out of the race. Get that cart and get yourself to safety, Mitch. Yellow flags are out at the bottom of the hill as Sam Mitchell rounds Johnny's. Then it's Bradfield, Reed and Winslow Morton, and the yellow flags are in. So all still fair game in this battle. As there's Sam Mitchell, and that gap really starting to open up behind him now. Bradfield in second spot ahead of Reese Reed. Round Climate once again goes the battle for second. Bradfield constantly looking over his shoulder, always wanting to know where Reese Reed is. Down through Tollies they go. Reed once again back onto the bumper of Bradfield. We jump now into the pit lane as round Haynes Loop they go. Back on board with Winslow Morton. You can see that Reese Reed tucked right into the slipstream. He's going to look once again to get the overlap on the way out through Anson's. As Sam Mitchell through the bus stop once again. Who's going to get there second? It's going to be Bradfield. Reese Reed in tow though. Not a gap opening up between the two of them as they start to pull away a little bit from Rudy Winslow Morton. Through Climate down to Tollies to finish another lap. Looks like Reese Reed's getting a much tighter exit and he's getting the drive down a lot earlier. 5 minutes 45 left on the clock. And Sam Mitchell, that lead's got to be around 2 seconds or so. And the gap between Jamie Bradfield and Reese Reed is not even a cart length. It's up the hill we go once again. Through the bus stop goes Sam Mitchell. Then Bradfield running a bit onto that exit curb. That's going to give Reese Reed the opportunity to close that gap back down again. As they go along the straight towards Climate. Down the hill towards Tollies. And Bradfield gets a good drive out on that lap. Not feeling the need to go defensive on the way in, but Reese Reed's going to close right back up straight away through the Haynes Loop. As round Johnny's they go and down the hill. There's Winslow Morton. And there's the gap to Sam Mitchell. You can see it is opening up even more. Through the bus stop they go. And that gap is starting to eke up between Bradfield and Reed now as they go through Midgets. On the straight down towards Climate. Can Reese Reed fight back? Sam Mitchell rounding the final corner of Tollies. Then there's Bradfield and Reed hits the curb on the way through. Going to lose a little bit of momentum. 4 minutes 19 on the clock as we're going to jump on board with Winslow Morton through the kink of Parsons. Round Haynes Loop with its 3 apexes. Down towards Johnny's. Big entry curve there. Wide exit curve and down the hill towards Winger's Dip. Another curve there you don't want to be going anywhere near. Through Anson's and up the hill towards the bus stop. Through the right, through the left, and through the right again. Continuing on up the hill towards Midgets. Through the first apex, cut back in for the second. Use all the track on the exit as they head down towards Climate. Long right-hander. And down the hill towards the sharp left-hander that is Tollies, and that's a lap on board with Rudy Winslow Morton. 3.5 minutes still on the clock. As up in front, Reese Reed and Jamie Bradfield. The gap between the two of them has opened up a little bit, and if anything, they've started to catch Sam Mitchell and they've stopped fighting each other. Through the bus stop goes Mitchell. Bradfield in second ahead of Reese Reed. Up the hill now in towards Midgets. And Bradfield still feeling the need to look over his shoulder. Wants to be looking in front, not behind at this point. Trying to focus on hunting down Sam Mitchell as across the line they go once again. 2 minutes 50 on the clock. Looks like Sam Mitchell is going to hold on as they go through Johnny's behind him. And Reese Reed, that gap closing in against Jamie Bradfield once again. So a resurgence from Reese Reed in the dying moments of the race. Through the bus stop they go. Up the hill, now in towards midgets. See if Bradfield looks over once again. No, he doesn't this lap. Maybe he's focused on trying to close in the gap against Sam Mitchell for the lead of the race. As round Tollies they go. And across the line to start another lap. Through the Haynes loop, Sam Mitchell, they're keeping it glued to that curb on exit to keep his entry point as open as possible to Johnny's. So to the battle in behind. Here's Winslow Morton on board through Tollies and across the rumble curb on exit. Down the hill again into Winger's Dip, get it tucked into that camber. Give you a good run up through Anson's. But up at the top of the hill, Bradfield and Reed, that gap coming down even more. Bradfield once again feeling the need to look behind him. Clearly feeling under pressure. As around Tollies yet again. Still looking around. About a minute and a half left, so it's 50-50 now whether it's going to be 3 or 2 laps to go. As through the Johnny's kink and down the hill once again, Bradfield and Reed, that gap has closed right back down for second spot. Sam Mitchell through the bus stop. He's got no pressure on him at the moment, just needs to drive his line, not make any mistakes. The battle is for P2. It's kart number 2 against kart 66. And Bradfield running defensive down towards Climate. Down the hill towards Tollies. Always a good overtaking opportunity, Tollies, but Reese Reed closes right up on exit. Just around 45 seconds left on the clock now, so possibly the last lap board coming out next lap. Nose to tail stuff once again. Now can Reese Reed get the run through Johnny's? Or can Jamie Bradfield defend the position once again as they're going to run side by side out of Anson's and up the hill? In towards the bus stop, Bradfield going to emerge in front once again. Still looking all over the place. Wants to be known where Reese Reed is so he can put his kart in just the right spot. Down the hill towards Tollies, that last lap board is being prepared, but will Sam Mitchell make it to the line before the clock hits 0? Yes, he will, so 2 laps to go now. And that means 2 laps to go for Bradfield to try and hold off Reese Reed as well. As they go down towards Winger's Dip once again. Reed's always been good up through Anson's. Now can he get the run through the bus stop? Potentially attack up through midgets. Oh, Bradfield gets a bit of a slide on. He's going to lose some momentum and Reed's going to close the gap. Going defensive through midgets as well. They're going to be bumper to bumper on the run up to Climate. Nothing doing there, but Sam Mitchell rounds Tollies and he's going to take the last lap board. And Bradfield and Reed in behind. Bradfield really concerned with where Reese Reed is putting his kart. Doesn't want to let a nose inside at all. As he goes through Johnny's and down towards Winger's Dip once again. And through Anson's for the last time. Up towards the bus stop. Sam Mitchell leading the way. Then in second is Bradfield. Reese Reed right tucked up behind him. Will anything happen in the final few corners? Both getting some slides on through midgets to get the good exit. Down towards Climate, but rounding Tollies for the final time. Sam Mitchell takes the win of the Two Counties Kart Club round 2. And Jamie Bradfield's going to hold off Reese Reed for second and third position. So now we jump on board with Rudy Winslow Morton, who's rounding Climate and down in towards Tollies for the final time. And across the line to finish the race in fourth spot for Rudy Winslow Morton. And the results are going to stand after scrutineering. It's Sam Mitchell taking the win ahead of Jamie Bradfield. Reese Reed in third position with the fastest lap ahead of Rudy Winslow Morton. And unfortunately a problem for Mitch Carpenter would cut his race short. What that will do to the championship standings, Sam Mitchell is going to retain the lead ahead of Reese Reed. Jamie Bradfield going to move up into second spot ahead of Mitch Carpenter. Rudy Winslow Morton in fifth ahead of Ben Gillett, and Jamie Dart rounding out the class. It's going to be all for the juniors. Next up is going to be the senior blue final. Another 11 minutes plus a lap in the scorching heat. And we shall see you then. Goodbye.
Again, for the one.